Now, a lot of you may know that back in the past, Brook actually has one of my favorite S3 animations. I think I was the top 10 list or top 5. You guys know what I'm talking about. I gave him a really high rating on his S3. Look at this thing, man. Boom. You drag him. And you stand on him. And you stand on him. Now you gotta go from that to this.
Now, here I go!
Wait, why does the sheep explode? Oh, this rework better be amazing. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Cash, and today's video is going to be very noble. Get it? Because he's like a bull, like no bull, but like noble. Tons of PvP losses, but no matter which way that this video goes, just remember that it's 100% MFO. We got the merchandise on today. I gotta get more colors. I'm about to order some more colors myself, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Brook. Now, I really do like this character. When I first looked at him and realized that he's gonna be, what am I talking about? Let's go into the review, because then I'll end up 6 times talking about it and I gotta repeat myself. So first, let's go straight into the base stats. Now, base stats of this, one of my favorite things to look at, the HP 43, hundo, attack is not that bad, 1119, not that bad I would say, and defense 930, who cares? Hit is 101, which is nice, dodge 92, so that's pretty good. Critical hit is 20, that means he is not going to be critical hitting at all, or very rarely you'll see it. It's because he's a burst character. I find that most burst characters don't have high crit. Some exceptions to the rule, but not many. Block is 60, 92 attack speed. This guy is not meant to go last. He's one of the second goers, I like to say. There's a lot of characters that are 100 plus, so he's one of the second goers. Crit damage, block defense rate, and luck are exactly the same on every character. So this guy is meant to possibly go after some of his faster homies, and that is what's going to be really important when we get down to the fake core, how you're going to actually get him to do his nonsense, well, her nonsense, because he turns into a sheep girl. But is that a thing? Like a sheep is a bull? Like, I don't know. Or is he just has horns? Is it a bison? Like, I don't know. I'm deeply confused. Let's go look at his lovely skills. What am I talking about? Why I go skills? Because, you know, first thing we're gonna do is for all the women's. It's like, ooh, those horns, they're making me horny. All right, but for the women that are about that life, you know, he is 35, so he's a little bit older gentleman. You know, got the gray eye. Look, you see the grays in this beard. The head of Dark Souls. This dude is from Software under the director called scFX, so he's actually cool with scFX. I had no idea. Brook is known as the strongest man in the North on Frosty. I did not know that he was part of that crew. Maybe I should actually learn the storyline. Nah. Too much work. But I do like his design. He's like really fucking big. Like he's like, that's why I like that he's tackling, he's running up to you, he always wants to fight. He seems like a brute type of character, but he doesn't seem stupid, if that makes any sense. I always hate when they make the brute stupid. Like, yo bro, you gotta be pretty smart to get them gains. I'm just saying, gotta be pretty smart. All right, so let's go into the lovely skill area. Let's look at his auto. Straight up. Oh, that's an uppercut. What a laugh. He's so weird. Anyway, he has counter 2. Now, he is a dragon hunter. It took me a little bit long to realize there's a difference between the hunters and the knights. That means that you use him on the weekend, but we're going to be using him today because it actually is Fire Day today, and we're going to be showcasing a little bit of that, and I will be trying to do some PvP as well, so look forward to that. But Dragon Hunter just means that he does more damage on Dragon Scale of Chaos, which is the weekend dragons. High Tackle is just going to be a 1 mana 240, which is weird because a lot of 1 mana stuff is usually 300, but I think the reason why they nerfed it here slightly, 1, because it's a legendary, so you can boost it up with unlocked potential, and 2 is because he is relatively fast. Most of the other characters, I think outside of like Sabrina, have the ability, and that would kind of been why do you have a legendary with the same type of stuff as a faded? So this is it. Ooh, you see that face? And then it's the same. It's actually pretty much, wow, look, that man put him into the graphical sphere. He's not playing these games, man. That is a crazy face that he had. It's like, I wish I was reviewing just Brook so I can use that face and not use his FC version. Then you have the Furious Rush, as you guys saw, one of my favorites. It starts off 420, 3 mana, and then it goes into burst territory. So as you can see here, 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, knock him down, slide him. I still don't know what that thing sticking out is. It just always looked weird to me, but I've always liked that animation. It's just so aggressive. He's such an aggressive character. It's beautiful. But as you can see, just 3 mana and then goes into burst. Especially with the new world order. So it's really gonna be easy for him to get this to 3 mana. I actually don't remember how much mana his other one takes, the new one takes. But you know, why would I need to remember that when we're about to go look? Now we have little small with the glasses, and now she's like that's kind of like a ram, but I guess it's just a sheep. But she's now a completely different character. Let's go looking into the lovely skills of it. And so the basic attack, so it's the same effect though. Ooh, look at the backflips now. Now see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, that's just a small change when you have a character that was big and bulky, right? Really big and bulky. Then he gets small, and now he's a little. It looks like he's more agile. Well, she's more agile. Like, little wind up, very cutesy, but the backflip back really makes you seem like you're dealing with a different character. I think that this should be, again, the standard for a lot of these FCs. This is a black FC, by the way. So especially when I look at the goals and I don't see significant changes within the characters, I think that that's a really disservice, and I think that they need to look at this as a whole of saying like, yo, make sure that the fake cores make the character different. Like, small things, because like that's impressive to me, and that's why I'm taking time to talk about it. But it's actually impressive that like you got a big hulking guy, and in this one she's flipping around and shit. Love that. So she doesn't get counter 3, which is kind of unfortunate. Now with the whole thing of I think I just call them the gender bends. It's like dysphoria or whatever. They have the barrier of will. That's their specific, lovely, cool thing. So this one triggers when 70% or more of own maximum 8 health is taken at once. So if you get hit by a decently big attack, you will start to take reduced damage for 2 turns, 50% reduced damage, and that's pretty insane. It's a really big, helps you survive and all that good stuff, and it is considered a buff. So technically it should be removable. You should be able to remove it, but sometimes this game is really weird with certain buffs, and it also gives you a debuff, which technically you should be able to cleanse as well. But I'll test it. I'm pretty sure that you can't cleanse it. You can't take the debuff off, even if you're using a skill that specifically designates that you should be able to take it off. But you know, this game has not been one of consistency. It has a really bad consistency issues, and I think it's because they refuse to just take everything and make it a buff and a debuff. That's it. Some games do go to the length of maybe debuff and then damage over time to have like 2 different type of oogie boogies, but they have too many different ones and too many different like buff or positive effects. It makes the game unnecessarily stupid, in my opinion. Speaking of unnecessary and all that other good stuff, Angry Lamb, as we talked about in the other video, is pretty much if they have a buff some type of buff, like it even put a positive effect, like what the fuck, attacks together with an ally when the ally attacks, but it's when the ally attacks. So what this is supposed to be is that you're gonna probably set up that someone goes first. If you wanted to use it early, you don't have to necessarily rush into it, but you really want that someone goes first, puts out a buff. I'm thinking about we'll probably try it with like Yao or something like that. Puts out a buff, and then you have everyone else attack. So we'll see how that works. Pretty much, it should be fun to see. But as far as how practical it is, I think it's gonna be more practical not to rush into getting the buff out there. Plus, the barrier will should count for it, so we'll also test that out as well. A lot of testing we need to do with this character, so I don't want to spend too much time just talking about it. So now you can see here that the damage also got nerfed on the Super Sheep Slash. It was 240, now it is 225, and now it's not 1 minute, and now it's 2. So it's higher mana cost, but we'll get a lovely turn reset, which is pretty good as well. So let's look at this. See, now I like that should be the S3. I think that should be the S3. It's kind of weird that that's not the S3. That's intense, super intense animation. And again, this is a black Fate core, guys. This is a black Fate core. And when you look at Valentina, it's like, what? You look at Iris, like, what? This is a black fake core comparison to a legendary, like, stop. Okay, I'm gonna stop. So this one now is changed to be a 750 burst and started at 4 mana. So pretty much her mana cost went up in this skin. Now it's this, we're gonna look at it one more time. See, I'm trying to see what I want for my thumbnail. Gets on the thing, rushes through, hits the thing, explodes, and she's, I mean, that's a better thumbnail, but I'm gonna see if I can make a thumbnail of the S2. I definitely like the S2 a little bit better. Now, as far as like gear sets, I mean, actually, oh, no, there's actually a legitimate proper gear set. I'm thinking like, there's no difference here, guys. Machine is gonna be really important for a character that is single target. I pretty much always recommend machine when I've noticed that you're using a single target character. The reason being is just for the pure fact that you're gonna want to kill certain units. You're bringing in a single target DPS to hit something specifically very hard. And usually it's not the tank that provoked you, and a lot of characters have provoke, even if it's not just through block or whatever. So you definitely want to have a machine on him. I think if you, like I said, you want it for 1 round, 2 rounds, whatever, it gets ticked once and it goes away, but at least that one tick might be, you know, his turn might come up and something of that nature. You definitely want that. The other thing that I do think I would slightly suggest, just because of the way that his multi-attacking thing goes, if I could find it, I don't know why that took me so long to find. I would think maybe you can go machine and dark. The reason why I think dark might not be that bad is because purely from the simple fact that you might be healing when it's not even your turn, because you're going to be attacking sometimes. You're going to be attacking off turn because you're going to be attacking on your allies' turns as well, as long as they're auto attacking, which we have to see. We want to technically say when they attack, but I'm assuming it means their basic attack, so that's going to be really important to see. So let's get into that, because that's going to be, that's what we're here for. Honestly, that's what we're here for. So let's make a quick team comp and let's go into a stage, a PvE stage, so I can at least feel good that we got something accomplished today. The first thing that I wanted to test out and have some fun with is 100% going to be Dragon. The reason why I want to try out Dragon is just for the hilariousness that is pretty much, I already know that she's going to get a barrier because I'm going to be using Dragon Blood units. So we're going to give the sheep a barrier, and then with the barrier, and look, he's even on the front cover, like he has to be good. He's on the loading screens. There we go. Now they should all have a buff. So there goes the counter. Hit. Alright. Here goes the skill. There it is, double team. So it doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you do. Alright, let's try out some more PvE because I want to just see it in a consistent manner. Okay, so I'm pretty much forcing this. I'm using Annie, Yao, and that's pretty much all you need to know. So Annie on Yao is going to give me a quick attack buff. Then she's going to go, and which is fine. I'm just going to hit into that. Hopefully it doesn't do too much damage. Okay, cool. So they have double team as well. Alright, so let's see this in action. So I'm going to auto attack. That should trigger. There goes double team. Now, technically, if it resets, then we'll see. Nope, double team. Okay. Alright, so let's use a skill here. This shouldn't kill. It did kill. It's nice to know. Well, it doesn't, like, it's not like super cheesy. All right, here we go. Now, I really wanted to see something very important, is if it triggers off AoEs as well. Probably not, but
That's so stupid. How did my parents birth somebody this stupid?
Trapped in there. Face your death.
it does. It triggers off AoEs as well. Oh my, like that's just interesting. So like stuff like that, like what that means is that still pretty good. It's about options. I tell you guys this a lot. It's not about everything being overpowered or anything like that. It's literally just about having options, having the ability to do certain things. Like you have this character. Oh, I don't have Maggie. Well, you should, because she's very easy to summon, but I don't have this character. I don't have this character, but I have this. I have Brook. I have the Brook FC. What can I do with it? So I think that that's really what's cool about that. We didn't have a double team unit. So when I saw the AI doing it to me, I was always like, damn, I really wish I I really wish I can have that. Oh, and I just like glimpsing over there, I just saw Upir's Labyrinth. That's gonna be another really cool way to put it in. Maybe if it's not DPS racy, but like maybe if you just need to get some more damage out. And like I said, she's getting mana on all those turns. So let's just do one PvP example, and I'm gonna get the frick out of here. I'll probably just bring in the same team. I'm still in ZEUZ, so I should be able to get a cheeky win possibly. All right, we're gonna go in there with this team. Probably gonna lose, but I think it's still gonna be fun to test it out. Because in PvP, you guys know that they have to have the certain lines, certain roles. So gotta do it that way. All right, they went easy on me. They went easy on me. It's weird. I think this person is either this is the cheap person, like the get free wins person. All right, so if we get a kill here, you know, we get a reset. So boom. And then if I had enough mana, I could possibly cycle this. But also remember, when you do kill resets, you do have to keep in mind that you are lowering the buffs. It's gonna be a counter. Need some mana. Still got some turns. All right, now we get some free turns here. AoE into double attack. Oh wow.
Are you done?
Battery, chill. But still, pretty cool to see. Honestly, pretty cool to see.
2 hours later.
Oh god, this was so hard to get. All right, we finally have. I'm gonna just do it, and then hopefully it can explain itself later. We have her with her buff active, and I'm doing an attack here, and then to see if it triggers double team. Okay, thank God, dude. That took so fucking long. Holy shit. And now I get to see if this shit removes debuffs, right? So technically, this should cleanse her of her debuff. As you can see, it didn't. So it counts as a buff, it's a debuff, but you can't actually like do anything with it. So, anywho, doesn't matter. Now I'm gonna cheat. You can Lotus Flower all you want. You killed me as a fish. Because now I get the pop off. Boof! You're dead. You're dead. And he's obviously dead. So, oh, we get to see if it beats Tranquil now. We get to see if it beats Tranquil. So this is obviously going to trigger Tranquil. Boom. And the follow-up. It does beat Tranquil.
Isn't it a perfect show?
Actually, Annie, it was. It legitimately was a perfect show. So there you have it. I have 45 minutes, and that's not even a fraction of what it just took me. I went and did the labyrinth. I went and did stages. I was trying to find a situation where someone can actually do enough damage to her to trigger her barrier will. You have to do a decent amount of damage, and most of the time it was like she would just kill stuff. She does good damage. I'd say she's not something to be slept on. And if you guys want to see that PvP comp, let me know. Light it up. 200 likes, and I'll do a video on that PvP comp. I'll keep my PvP comp and we'll try it. It actually is really good, more surprisingly good than I thought it would be. And you know, obviously I'm in ZEUZ, so I'd have to use it for several matches, and I might get up into a higher tier, and it might be shit, but it's pretty fun to use so far. So anywho, let me know what you guys think. Also, of course, there's one thing, it's just you gotta buy the merch, man. What are you doing? Like, comment, and subscribe, and just remember that every day at the Cash, you know, is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.